The Supreme Court has ruled to uphold state bans on transgender athletes in girls' sports. This decision stemmed from two consolidated cases out of Idaho and West Virginia. Justices ruled bans don't violate Title IX, the federal law that prohibits sex discrimination. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker talked about that ruling on CNN.
And in Illinois, anyway, we protect LGBTQ plus rights. We protect trans kids. Remember, in Illinois, trans athletes, we literally in high school have 3. Frankly, I think we ought to be talking about bigger things. I know in the state of Illinois we have much bigger challenges, as they do all across the country, with things like they've cut SNAP benefits, they've cut Medicaid, they've made life harder for people, raised prices. These are all things that we're having to deal with in our states, and they're trying to distract with something that has very little impact.
Well, right now, 27 states total have bans on the books.
Well, the ruling got us thinking and wanted us to break it down even more. We're talking about rulings that came out of the Supreme Court yesterday, one involving transgender athletes.
So let's bring in an expert on this, LGBTQIA rights professor Kara Engelhardt, joining us now. Thank you so much for shedding some light on this for us. I want to ask you first, Kara, why does this decision matter kind of beyond the scope of transgender athletes?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I think that's a great question to start with. The reason that this BPJ decision matters beyond the scope of just trans athletes is that it treats the equal protection doctrine, the doctrine under which we have all kinds of decisions protecting people of color, protecting women and other minorities, with a little bit less certainty and clarity than it has before. This decision is being explained as impacting all trans athletes, and actually that is what the majority does, but it was deciding a case with just 2 girls, and specifically a girl who's not even gone through puberty. So this is one of those instances where the Supreme Court really didn't look at the facts and tried to reach a broader policy decision than that which was before it. And that's concerning in its own right. But also, just as I mentioned, the precedent here is that which is built upon other minority groups' rights. And so when you create a little bit of change in this space, it could signal potentially undoing other groups' rights. And it also creates kind of confusion in federal law with regard to trans rights. And I can talk more about that, but anytime that there's a context by context analysis of whether a minority group is protected under the law, bad actors could use that space, or even, neutral actors could use that space to find wiggle room and exempt themselves from treating people with equity.
Wasn't this decision pretty predictable, though, given the Supreme Court's recent decisions impacting transgender people's rights under federal law?
That's also a great question, and the answer to it is yes and no, right? What's unfortunate is the last day of the term this year was the last day of Pride Month, and so this is a bad decision coming down during Pride Month. The LGBTQ community is not necessarily used to that, but they are used to bad decisions coming down this term. There was also the Childs decision this term that struck down in part or created an exemption in part under the First Amendment for conversion therapy. So advocates did expect this, but like I mentioned in my prior statement, in the federal law where there's a protection for sex, there's had been an expectation that that would protect trans folks, just like the Bostock decision only 6 years ago in 2020 that protects trans folks in the position of employment discrimination.
And Kara, I think the question now is, what happens next? What does this and other transgender rights cases decided this year suggest may happen when it comes to the next Supreme Court term?
Yeah, that's also a great question. So this decision is important because it's narrow in some respects, right? It's only deciding the equal protection question as to trans folks in sports. It's only deciding the Title IX question for trans kids in sports, not necessarily about bullying issues or access to schools or other types of educational opportunities. But there is a new case that's being taken up next term regarding the protection of minors who are runaways in accessing gender-affirming care. And the way the question is posited by the court is concerning to advocates in the trans space, that they're looking at it really skeptically. So states like Illinois that have made newer, more protective laws, like Governor Pritzker mentioned on CNN, could be looking at this new next term with some concern.
Well, Professor Kara Engelhardt, thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your perspective. We really appreciate it.